Okay, turning right from a main road into a side road. So centre mirror, right mirror, signalling right, positioning close to the centre white line. So selecting gear 2, bringing that clutch up, looking into the road. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to drive. We're going to do most of the topics that you would come across in your driving test, and what the examiner would expect when you deal with each situation. So so I'm going to cover most of the topics just like I said, and I'm going to talk you through exactly what I'm doing and how to deal with it. So yeah, let's get started. And for those of you who are learning to drive, make sure you've got the correct footwear on, just like I'm wearing here. And yeah, there's going to be a link to this footwear in and around this video somewhere. Okay, so obviously don't forget to put your seatbelt on. And yeah, let's get started with these topics. Now on your driving test, the examiner is going to ask you to park up and then move off at least a couple of times, yeah? So I'm going to park up now. So the first thing to do is look for a safe place to park up. So there's a junction here. I don't want to be too close to the junction. I can see a bus stop as well, and then there's another junction. So I'm going to drive past that junction before I decide to park up. So now I'm going to check my centre mirror, left mirror. I'm going to signal left. Now I'm going to position close to the curb, cover the brake, and I don't want to block this gate here, entrance. So I'm going to put the clutch down, and now I'm going to gently brake. So I've passed the entrance, and now to secure the car, handbrake up into neutral, and then take your feet off. Right, so there you could tell it was the entrance. As you could see, the curb was dipped, so I let the car roll until we reached the curb that was high. Yeah. So as soon as you pull up like this, then the examiner's gonna say, could you move off when it's safe to do so. So to move off, we use the POM routine, which stands for prepare, observe, prepare, observe, and move. So the first thing to do when you prepare the car is select first gear, set the gas, bring the clutch up to the biting point so the car doesn't roll back, and it will move as soon as you release the handbrake. So now you're going to think about signaling if it's safe to do so. Yeah, there's a vehicle overtaking, so I'm not going to signal yet, and I can see, so I'm just checking my centre mirror to start off with, yeah, and clearly it's not safe, so I'm not going to bother with all the checks yet. After this white van, there's a safe gap to move off. So now I'm going to check my left blind spot, left mirror, look ahead, check that centre mirror again, check my right mirror, over my right shoulder. Now I'm going to signal, check that right shoulder again, release the handbrake, steer to the right, gently accelerate, and come off the clutch, and then check the mirrors again as you speed up. So that's how to move off safely. Turning left at the end of the road. So centre mirror, left mirror, signal left, keep your normal driving position. Then we're going to follow the curb, gently braking, clutch down, selecting gear 1 because it's a closed junction, haven't got the best of views, following the curb, and then checking right, left, right, looking into the road again, making sure it's safe. And then as you enter the new road, centre mirror, right mirror before you speed up. Okay, so we're coming up to a T-junction now at which we'll be emerging out, yeah? Okay, so first thing to do is check your centre mirror, right mirror, signal right, then get your position to the right, obviously normally next to the white line, but we've got the curb here, gently brake, clutch down, and I'm going to select gear 1 because this is a closed junction, which means I can't see much at all. So now I'm going to lean my body forward and use that clutch to creep forward, keep looking both sides, and I can see it's clear, and then clutch up slowly, gently accelerate, check my centre mirror and right mirror before I speed up. Turning left from the main road into the side road. So centre mirror, left mirror, signal left, position, keep it normal, gently brake. I'm going to select gear 2 because I don't have to stop here, bringing the clutch up, looking into the road, following the curb, still not accelerating. Once I've straightened the wheel, checking my mirrors, centre mirror, right mirror, and then using the accelerator. So don't accelerate too much as you're turning in. Yeah, make sure you're safe, make sure you've looked for hazards as you turn into the road. Could be pedestrians, cyclists, you got to watch out for them. Okay, turning right from a main road into a side road. So centre mid, right mirror, signalling right, positioning close to the centre white line. So selecting gear 2, bringing that clutch up, looking into the road and turning in, not too early, so I'm not going across the other side of the road, and not turning in too late either, yeah. And again, we saw there was a gap after that bus, so I could continue. If there was another vehicle approaching, I would have to stop here. So whenever you turn right from the main road, you have to give way to the oncoming vehicles. Right, sorry for interrupting the video, but this is something really important for those of you who are learning to drive or about to start. So on your driving lessons, it's your instructor's job to give you the correct knowledge of the topic before you go out and practice it. The driving instructor will take out their folder, iPad, tablet or whatever they use, and then start to explain everything about the topic that you're going to be practicing. So this is where some instructors, they don't explain enough. So you're basically doing a topic without the correct knowledge, or some that go on for ages and waste a lot of lesson time. Now this is where the ultimate driving course comes in. So there's a video on every single topic. Yeah, so for example, say if you're doing roundabouts, you watch the video on roundabouts before you go to your lesson, so you're entering the car with the correct knowledge and you know what you're supposed to be doing. This is obviously going to save a lot of time on your lessons, and most importantly, you're going to have the correct knowledge. So to save time, money and get ready for your driving test a lot quicker, I strongly recommend downloading the ultimate driving course. That's it really, let's get back to the video. Okay, I'm going to be turning right at a uncontrolled crossroad. So centre mirror, right mirror, signalling right, gently braking, getting my position into the centre here, bringing that clutch up, and I'm going to stop for the oncoming vehicles. I'm going to select gear 1 and looking into the new road, there's no oncoming vehicle, so I can turn. So due to the vehicle waiting on the side, yeah, I have priority over those, so I don't have to wait for the vehicles from the left or right. Just keep an eye on them, but you have priority over those. Now we're coming up to a controlled crossroad, and I'm going to be turning right at the traffic lights. So centre mirror, right mirror, signal right, position into the right hand lane. And we can see there's a couple of vehicles in front. So the key thing here is now, yeah, you know, when these vehicles move forward, make sure there's enough space behind them before you pass this stop line. So here's a line. Obviously there's not enough space for me to enter here without blocking that crossing there, yeah. So I'm going to stop here and wait for the vehicles in front to go, yeah. So there's a vehicle in front of that van. If he gets a safe gap to go, the van will move forward, then I can enter in behind. So now getting this position, you want to make sure you don't block any oncoming traffic. So I can see there's a safe gap after this vehicle, and again after entering the new road, check the centre mirror and right mirror, make sure no one's overtaking. So here's another right turn where I'm going to get the chance to stop and show you the positioning. So like I said, don't rush to get your position. Like now I can edge forward, I want to get as close as I can to the oncoming vehicles without blocking their path, yeah. So this is the best position I can get at the moment, and again this vehicle in front is blocking my view, so I can't really go. So only go when you can see it's clear, yeah. Don't risk it whatever you do, because there could be oncoming vehicles that are approaching really fast, yeah. So if this traffic light turns red like he has done now the oncoming vehicles will stop, and again still looking out for anyone that may be jumping the lights, and again these pedestrians. So that's why it's so important to look into the new road as well, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to be turning onto a dual carriageway. So when you're on a dual carriageway, you stick to the left hand lane. If it's clear, build up to the speed of the dual carriageway. On this one it's 40, and you only use the right hand lane if you want to turn right or overtake. And obviously if you're driving at higher speeds, you've got to look out ahead and make sure you react earlier, yeah. So if you're driving at higher speeds, make sure you brake sooner and it's not too late. And And when changing lanes, so check your center mirror, right mirror, then signal right, check the mirrors again, make sure no one's overtaking or that you're not going to cause anyone to slow down before entering that lane, and only then enter the lane. Okay, situation ahead where the lane is closed. Again, it's all about noticing it early. Center mirror, right mirror, signaling right, and it's safe to enter the right hand lane. See, with that, yeah, if you notice it early, apply your signal early, you're most likely to get a safe gap here to go. If you notice it too late, you will have to stop here if there's not a safe gap. And after the roadworks finish, when the lane's clear, make sure you go back to the left hand lane. Do not keep driving in the right hand lane, as the right hand lane, like I mentioned earlier, is for turning right or overtaking. Yeah. Now we're going to deal with a steep uphill junction, yeah, and the key is on how you approach this, yeah. So we'll be turning right, center mirror, right mirror, signaling right, and then I'm going to ease off the gas, cover the brake. I'm going to select gear 1. I'm not going to fully stop. I'm going to bring the clutch up to the biting point. I'm going to use that to control the vehicle, yeah. And again, checking both sides, only emerging when it's safe, accelerating, holding the clutch still there, now bringing it up all the way, yeah. Okay, so the key thing here is use that clutch control and don't rush off it. Okay, park cars ahead. So before overtaking the park cars, taking my center mirror, right mirror, moving over, keeping enough space for the vehicle doors to open, yeah. And if there is an oncoming vehicle, I'll have to get closer to the parked vehicles, so I'll have to slow down. So I'm going to be turning left at this stop junction, so center mirror, left mirror, signaling left, keeping my normal position. So I'm going to stop here, just on the line here now, and I'm going to use my handbrake. And I still haven't got the best of views. Yeah, that's normally the case at stop junction. So I'm going to creep forward, lean my body forward, and now I can see it's safe. I'm going to enter the new road. So always stop at the stop line, not too early, like I see many people do. And then some of you don't stop at all. What you do is you keep creeping forward. You do check it's safe, but you don't fully stop here. So make sure you fully stop at the line and then move. Remember, when following other vehicles, yeah, do not get too close. Always use the 2-second rule when driving at these kind of speeds, which we're at 30 miles an hour. So when the vehicle in front gets to the bus stop, that's 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, and now I'm at the bus stop, so I've got a 3-second gap there, yeah. So the minimum distance you need to keep is 2 seconds, yeah. And when you're stopping behind the vehicle, make sure when you stop you can see the back tyres and a bit of road. We call that the tyres and tarmac rule, just in case that vehicle breaks down, you've got enough space to drive around it, yeah. And when you move off in traffic, check both the side mirrors, make sure there's no cyclists as you move off. Turning left at a roundabout, so center mirror, left mirror, signal left, keep your normal driving position, gently brake to around 20 miles an hour now, selecting gear 2, bringing the clutch back up, now looking to the right, still keep my position, it's safe to enter, following the curb round, and after entering the new road, center mirror and right mirror. Obviously if it wasn't clear, I would have stopped and selected first gear there. Going straight ahead at this roundabout, which is the second exit. So checking all my mirrors here, and no signal required. Staying in the left lane, gently braking, speed up to around 20 miles an hour, selecting second gear, bringing that clutch up after this vehicle is safe to enter. Keep into the left hand lane now. I'm taking the second exit, so as soon as I pass the first, center mirror, left mirror, signal left, and then cancel the signal, check my center mirror, right mirror as I speed up. So the most important thing there is staying to your lane, yeah, do not drift over from the left to the right. Turning right at a roundabout, yeah, which is the third exit, yeah. So the first thing is to get into the right hand lane, so center mirror, right mirror, signaling right, and then moving over to the right hand lane. So don't slow down too much for the lane change. And now centre mirror, right mirror, right signal still on, gently braking to about 20 miles an hour, selecting gear 2, bringing the clutch pedal back up, looking to the right. It's safe to enter, keeping to the right hand lane. That's exit 1, still in the right hand lane. As soon as you get to exit 2, centre mirror, left mirror, signalling left, make sure it's safe, and then moving over to the left. And as you enter the new road, centre mirror and right mirror before you speed up. Okay guys, so that was me demonstrating some of the topics there. Obviously there's quite a few more topics here, and those of you who are regular viewers know that I always recommend the Ultimate Driving course, which has a video on every single topic required to pass the driving test, and it's a bit more detailed than these demonstrations. And guys, like always, hopefully you found that video useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.